Okay, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Um, Thank you all for being here. So excited. We're going to go ahead and get started. So, first thing, real quick, I know that a couple people have mentioned this. Some people are seeing some weird colors in the chat. The team is working on it. We're going to try to get that resolved as soon as possible. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, everything's totally fine, but we apologize for that. So, folks, uh, I'm Alex Beller. I am the co-founder and the president of Postscript, and I am so excited to be back with you all today. Uh, we released very recently a whole bunch of pretty game-changing features for the market, now just 2 months ago. And we're so excited to be back again, releasing a whole bunch of really meaningful stuff, upgrades, new features that should help drive increased performance for you all. So in a few minutes, I'll be joined by Brian Lentz, who's the Senior Director of Design at Postscript, and Ali Davison, who is the manager of Postscript Plus, which is our in-house marketing service for e-com brands and agencies. And so if you have any questions as we go along, feel free to drop them in the Q&A, the chat box, and we'll try to get to them at the end of the session. So let's get started, shall we? Look, this year and every year, we're just laser focused on helping you crush your BFCM goals. In general, right? Our mission is to make SMS the number one revenue channel for e-commerce merchants. And I know that always sounds lofty to people. They're always like the number one channel, but that's our goal. It's what we show up to do every day. And ensuring you crush Black Friday, Cyber Monday is a key part of that. So let's take a look at this. No shade to email, right? But after 10 plus years of really like 20 plus of email being the go-to retention channel for e-commerce marketers, it just isn't quite resonating as it used to. And that's really where SMS comes in. It's the only channel available that's two-way by definition, right? That allows for real conversations between brands and their customers. It also has massive engagement numbers. Let's talk about these. On the left is data from a very popular email service provider and their 2024 benchmarks. Compare that to our own SMS benchmarks on the right. It's not even close, right? SMS has incredibly high engagement and can drive meaningful revenue for brands. In fact, if you do some quick math, SMS is performing email click-through rates about 175%. That's super meaningful. But let's take this a step further. Let's show you what's possible. So our best customers, the top 90th percentile, right? The ones who follow the best practices around strategy and listen to Postscript about subscriber LTV and really lock in and adopt our new and best features, they're performing almost 300% better than our average customers when looking at revenue driven per recipient. And when compared to email, our top SMS customers are outperforming that data by 700%. That's super meaningful. So look, I want to be clear. This isn't about a diss to email or any providers out there. Email is a super important part of every brand strategy. But I call this out and get us started here today, especially as we head into BFCM, because SMS is the future of owned communication for e-com. And you really want to be placing big bets on it this BFCM. That's right. They're a perfect data-driven example of why we're committed to providing you with the best product and the best strategy for SMS. Right? If you ride with Postscript, that's what you'll get. You'll have the best SMS product and the best SMS strategy, a combination that I don't think it exists anywhere else. And what that can turn into for you, which is really exciting, is it can turn into SMS over the holidays and beyond, becoming an even bigger revenue channel than email. We hear that every year, more and more brands over the holidays and year round are starting to become SMS first brands, which is super exciting. So with that, let's talk about what we're doing here today. Bringing you 3 big, meaty, all new features just in time for BFCM. The first is a brand new, code-free, state-of-the-art, fresh drag and drop pop-up editor. This will be available to all Postscript customers at no additional cost. This thing is awesome. Second, we're going to give you a first look at our most recent Postscript AI development, Infinity testing for campaigns. This is really powerful stuff. And then last, we're going to walk you through our freshly launched enhanced analytics that are available across all our product lines. one of the most requested things. I'm so excited for you to see it. Now, then at the end, we're going to share some just prime, the peak, the pinnacle, the best BFCM strategies backed by our experts and proprietary Postscript data to set you up for success in Q4. So, as a bonus, attending today, you're going to get access to our BFCM video strategy sessions. These are going to include tips related to features we're releasing, plus so much more. Be on the lookout for this. It's an awesome resource. Of course, though, the reason we're doing all of this, the reason we're here today, this is the reason we're launching these new features now, so soon after we launched other stuff, is that you all are equipped with everything you need to have your best BFCM ever. Okay, that's enough for me. That's plenty. Let's get into it. As promised, first, we're going to get into our amazing new pop-up editor. I'm so excited for you to see it. It's so powerful. And so I want to hand the mic over to our Senior Director of Design, Brian Lentz, who's had a huge hand in launching and building this new product. Brian, how's it going?
Good. How are you? All right, everybody. I'm super excited to talk to you all about our new pop-up editor. But before I do, let's talk a little about why list growth matters. As represented on this slide, acquisition is the beginning of the subscriber lifecycle, but it shouldn't be a one and done thing. The amount of subscribers you have matters greatly, as it directly impacts who you can engage and in turn convert. For that reason, your SMS strategy can be entirely sound, but it will only get you so far without a solid list of subscribers. So, how can we help you acquire more subscribers? You may remember a little feature called on-site opt-in, which we released last year. We recognized a need for innovation in the SMS list growth space in order for merchants to keep their customers on site while also capturing them as a subscriber. We're proud to be the first company to bring this to market and to have seen the incredible list growth improvement from all of our customers taking advantage of it. And I've got some breaking news. As of 12:01 a.m. today, we've been issued a patent for on-site opt-in. Postscript is committed to bringing game-changing innovation to the market, and this patent is validation that we're doing just that. We followed the release of on-site opt-in with on-site opt-in reminder, which sends a reply why message to leads that have already provided you with their phone number but didn't finish subscribing. This gives you an additional opportunity to capture 10 to 12% of those who drop off, ultimately adding an additional 3% total improvement to your brand's acquisition rate. And the results are game-changing. Take a look at this example from a real brand that was a bit skeptical about on-site opt-in, but when they finally turned it on, saw an immediate 2.9 times increase in opt-ins and are seeing close to as many subscribers on a random August day as they did during peak BFCM times last year. Our on-site opt-in flow completion rate for all Postscript shops is currently hovering around 88% with on-site opt-in reminder included, which means almost 9 out of 10 people who begin the pop-up flow turn into a subscriber. With these kinds of results, there's no way that we couldn't keep innovating on list growth, which led us to dive deeper into the most effective opt-in tool, the pop-up. So, why is it the most effective? Pop-ups account for over 50% of opt-ins when you compare them to landing pages, QR codes, back in stock, and other list growth methods. And remember, more subscribers directly correlate to higher revenue. With all of this in mind, we channeled our efforts into creating a best-in-class pop-up editor. Okay, so we've covered why we're so focused on pop-ups, but I want to go a little deeper into what we built. As an e-commerce merchant, we know you care a lot about your brand and want a pop-up that matches your vision. It's clear that well-designed pop-ups have higher opt-in rates than their counterparts. That's why we decided to create a code-free editor with powerful design and editing capabilities. Along with it being code-free, it has all of the features you see on the screen here, plus more in the pipeline. Okay, so I've talked enough about it. I'm sure y'all want to see it. Let's get into a live demo. All right. there. There we go. All right. So I'm in my Postscript account. I'm under acquisition pop-ups. You can see that we don't have any pop-ups here. Let's go ahead and create one. Right off the bat, we've got some really beautiful templates to get you all started. We've got full screen, we've got modal. I'm going to select this full screen with a bottom image here. It's pretty close to the brand that I want to use. So I click use template, pops right in my account. So here's the structure of our editor. Up top, you've got all of your steps. You can drag to reorder these, but by default, we've got a question up front known as a micro yes. This increases engagement with people who come to your site. We're collecting a phone number. Of course, we're using on-site opt-in. You can't have a great pop-up without on-site opt-in. We're collecting email. We've got a thank you page. You can edit all of these to your heart's content. We've also got a teaser to show you what the pop-up looks like when it's closed. Okay, so let's start editing. Right off the bat, I want to change this image down at the bottom. So I'm going to go into the main pop-up container theme styles, and I'm going to replace this image. Let's drag this in. All right, and there we go. It's down at the bottom. I'm also going to update the desktop image. What we did is we wanted to make it really easy for people to change the image on desktop and mobile and make them different if they want. So right now you'll notice that we're looking at mobile. We've got the image. If I go over to desktop, the image is down here. We need to tweak this just a little bit. So I'm going to change the height. That looks better. I'm going to change the padding. Okay, so this is feeling a lot better on desktop. If I go back over to mobile, this is starting to feel a little unfocused to me with this bottom image, so I'm actually going to hide it. So I'm going to go back over to mobile, and I'm going to hide this image. That feels better. I think on mobile, we want to be a little more focused and not have so much stuff down at the bottom. But you'll notice desktop image is still there. Okay, let's update this button. So I'm going to click on the button. I'm going to slide this over to my Bub Snacks orange, which is right about there. That looks great. I'm going to add some corner roundness. Yep, that looks good. What we tried to do with our editor is we wanted to make it easy to make a change in one place and have it propagate through the whole editor. So you'll notice I've been editing my primary button style here. I can change it to no theme style if I want to make a one-off edit, but you'll notice as I go through these steps, the button's been updated everywhere, which is a really nice user-friendly feature. If I want to add content, or let's say I delete something accidentally and want to add it back in, I can go into the add block section and I can just drag some content back in. In this case, I'll add a new button in. This button I want to be my secondary style. So I'll click it and select secondary style, and then let's add some text. No thanks, I don't. Like that. All right, that feels pretty good. Last thing I want to do here is update the logo. So I'm going to click on that. I'm going to add my Bub Snacks logo, and boom, that feels pretty good. And of course, all the changes are reflected on mobile as well. All right, last thing for me here is I just want to make sure this is showing up to the right people. So I'm going to go into settings. I definitely want to exclude this from the checkout page. So I'm going to exclude from checkout. And this is correct on targeting. I only want to show this to unknown visitors. I don't want to show this to people who are known. Okay, so last thing to do is click save, and that's it. In about 3 minutes, we've created a beautiful on-brand pop-up. It's desktop, mobile friendly, it's collecting email, and it's compliantly collecting SMS subscribers. So let's talk availability. Our pop-up editor is now available in open beta, which means we're constantly adding new features to its functionality. Our new editor's roadmap is heavily influenced by the great features that exist today in our legacy editor. So if you're looking to switch pop-up providers, know that Postscript has you covered with a full set of pop-up tools that are proven to grow your subscriber list. Let's take a quick look at the features that you have to look forward to in the coming months. We're currently working to bring you A/B testing, which will be available in the next few weeks. After that, we'll release Spin to Win, which should make a lot of people on this webinar very excited. Next up, we'll make sure you're able to collect custom properties from subscribers, And of course, we'll also be addressing feedback and making other enhancements along the way. Longer term, we're looking at custom triggers, pop-up events, displaying on exit intent, and adding back in stock functionality. I'm super fired up about everything we have in store, and I hope you are too. To wrap up, our new pop-up editor is available in your account today at no additional cost to you. This is still an open beta, and we'll be adding to it consistently over the next several months. November through early December is the largest list growth period for brands, so now is the perfect time to make sure your pop-up is ready for that influx of traffic. All right, Alex, with that, I'll hand it back over to you.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you so much. That was awesome. In general, I'm so proud of the work here. Really encourage everyone on this webinar to check out the new pop-up editor. It's really powerful, it's super impressive, and we're only investing there. Now, one down, several to go. Let's talk about Postscript AI. Before we do, a little bit more housekeeping. If you're still having issue with colors in the comments, on the bottom right of your screen, just go and click on light mode, the light mode knob, and that should fix it for you. And with that, let's dive in. So in case you missed it, we launched Postscript AI on July 24th. And since then, we've continued to iterate really quickly on it. So before we jump in, I want to pause and I want to walk you all through our perspective on what AI should be for e-commerce and how it should work and why we're building what we're building. So there's three components of this. The first, we believe that in e-commerce, AI needs to deliver an experience that is truly on brand. The bar here is very high. Every brand has a unique voice and perspective and tone, and AI needs to deliver on that. Second, it should allow you as marketers and operators to uncover insights about your customers and your business that were previously unattainable, that were shrouded in mystery. And third, and most importantly, AI should significantly increase your revenue in a way that requires less work from you and is clearly measurable and provable. So that framing is what we focused on when we started developing our own AI features. And now here's a recap of what we launched back in July. It was 4 super meaningful new releases. For SMS marketing, we launched Brand Center and AI Infinity testing. And for SMS sales, we launched response automation and conversational intelligence. Now, today I'm back with some updates. We're going to talk about what's new on the marketing side of the house with Brand Center and AI Infinity testing. So first, let's start and chat a little bit about Brand Center. Right? We built Brand Center so that merchants like you could take advantage of AI without losing control of your unique brand voice. The job of Brand Center is to feed the AI model with information about your brand voice, preferences, style. It's really important. And hundreds of merchants are already using this feature. It's gotten incredibly positive feedback. Now, the Brand Center may seem like a small part of Postscript AI, but we've heard a couple of things. First is that D2C marketers, they're not willing to turn their brand over to AI anytime soon. And second, that our Brand Center and the work that the team has put in not only assuages all these concerns, but with hundreds of merchants already using the feature, we've gotten a ton of positive feedback. Here are just 2 examples from some very smart D2C marketers in the space, Connor and Zach. They have very high standards, and they've been using this tool and super pleased with the results. So today, what I'm happy to share is that we're making it even better. We've recently added new input fields like customer description and industry so that you have even more opportunity to influence the model with your brand preferences. Also, and this is very cool, our Brand Center now automatically populates information about your brand and brand voice from all the places it lives, right? From your website, from social media, from any other sources, so that you can get started with Postscript AI really quickly. Now, of course, before it goes live, you can review this pre-populated content, make adjustments to any field at any time. You have full control of your brand voice with Postscript AI. Now, on top of that, our team has continued to improve our model to ensure messages are both high performing and remain on brand. Many of these types of updates you never see in the app. It's happening in the background, but you will see improved message performance over time, and that's what matters. Okay, so that's what's new with Brand Center, and we've set the stage. So let's talk about Infinity testing. Right, Infinity testing is our revenue-driving AI for SMS, and it's only available on Postscript. So before we dive into the new release, let's do a quick refresher on what AI Infinity testing is, because this is really important. This is the fundamentals. So with AI Infinity testing, first, it ingests information about your brand from the Brand Center. Then it combines both predictive analytics with generative AI to generate thousands of on-brand message variants. Right? It's testing different playbooks like what emojis to use when, what level of urgency to use, what tone of voice works, what CTA gets the most engagement, so on and so forth. There's tons of different variables and parameters to test. And over a period of time, Infinity testing literally tests hundreds of alternative messages against your audience, right? It's learning what's effective, and then it optimizes the message variants over time to drive higher conversions for you, all without you needing to lift a finger. It's hundreds of automated A/B tests happening automatically in the background. It's really powerful, right? Something like this, it's just impossible to do in the same amount of time with a standard A/B test. So that sounds awesome. That sounds cool, right? But at Postscript, we're all about showing the receipts. So I want to tell you the story of one brand in particular that's on Infinity testing, and that's Gains. It's a fitness and wellness company. They sell premium whole food supplements. And I love this story, not only because it's fantastic and provable and measurable with holdout testing, but what this also shows is that Infinity testing can boast huge results for brands of all sizes, right? You don't have to be a gigantic 9 or 10 figure brand to see results with AI. Since joining our open beta, Gains has seen a lift on message conversions and a 65% lift in earnings per message in their checkout abandonment. And when you put it all together, they're seeing 22x ROI on incremental revenue proven with holdout tests from AI Infinity testing. That's just the tip of the iceberg, though. There's so many stories like this within our customer base, and that's just within the first 2 months of this product, and just when it's available for browse and checkout abandonment triggers. So, right, as you can see, we're seeing success here. AI Infinity testing is working. Hundreds and hundreds of brands have onboarded. Millions of dollars of revenue has been driven, incremental measurable revenue in the last few months. And so today, I'm excited to announce that we're bringing Infinity testing to campaigns. This is going to be big. So I want to tell you why we're doing this. Almost 90% of SMS messages are sent through campaigns, and they account for roughly 45, 50-ish% of, or 42% it says, 42% exactly of SMS attributed revenue for brands. Now, we've seen AI Infinity testing increase revenue meaningfully for cart recovery automations by an average of about 20%. So just imagine what's possible with campaigns when the potential pool is so much bigger. So let's take a run through what this works and how it looks. So if you're sending an Infinity test for a campaign, just like automations, you'll drag and drop the Infinity testing action into your campaign flow. You'll create an inspiration message that our AI models will then use to generate hundreds of new message variants. On the right side of your campaign flow, you'll see a selection of these messages, of on-brand messages. Remember, these come from Brand Center, and they have the potential to outperform your inspiration message that you put in. Each message will display a projected value of success, right? Postscript AI is pre-selecting the messages based off all the data we have that have the highest probability of performing. And you can always deselect them if you prefer, if you want to emphasize traffic elsewhere. And so, like any campaign, you control when you activate it. And once live, testing for campaigns runs a 4-hour exploring phase where all these different message variants are sent automatically to a subset of your list. It does this so it can test different messages and measure initial results. And then, after those 4 hours are up, the rest of the subscribers who haven't yet received a text get sent the top performing message. Once the campaign is finished, you can view performance metrics directly in the flow, so you have full confidence that Postscript AI is driving incremental lift in revenue. Infinity testing, right, then takes the learnings from that campaign and feeds it back into the AI model. So future will perform at an even higher level. That's what's so exciting here. Performance over time with more data is just going to continue to improve. So let's recap. AI Infinity testing for campaigns lets you meaningfully and measurably increase your ROI on campaigns, right? And this is where the vast majority of messages are sent. This is going to be huge. Second, it's going to speed up learnings around what works because you're going to be able to see so much testing go into creative. And third, you're going to decrease the cycles meaningfully that you have to use to optimize your campaign revenue. The faster you can get to this stage, the better your ROI is going to be. Simple as that. So, probably wondering, sounds cool. Holidays are coming up. How do I get access to this? Well, today, Infinity testing for campaigns is in closed beta. We're targeting to open this up more broadly in early November before BFCM hits. We're sprinting towards this. And so to get access during the closed beta, you have to be a Postscript customer and you have to currently be live on Infinity testing for automations. If that's you, contact your CSM, they'll put you on the list. If you're a Postscript customer with the CSM and you're not using Infinity testing, head over to the website, request a demo, reach out to your CSM, get help turning it on. We're super excited about this. People are seeing really good results and it's really quick and easy to set up. And of course, if you're not a Postscript customer yet, what are you waiting for? Fill out a demo form. We'll get in touch with you. There's still so much time to ride with us as you gear up for BFCM. Okay, so to recap, in 2 short months, we've made huge updates to our brand center. We've launched a closed beta for Infinity testing for campaigns. And that's just incredibly fast work by our team. And I can promise you, there is so much more on the way. Our pace right now is as high as it's ever been, and we're so excited about the potential, what we can build to help you improve results on SMS. So with that, I'm going to bring Brian Lentz back to the stage. He's going to walk you through enhanced analytics. This is something I'm super excited about. Brian, back to you.
Hey, Alex. I'm back. Nice to see you again.
Well, yeah, this is a treat.
All right. Postscript is a best-in-class SMS platform. We're always trailblazing with innovations like on-site opt-in, SMS sales, and Postscript AI. And we stay close to our customers. We're always working with them to understand where we can improve. And that's why I'm super excited to talk to y'all about enhanced analytics. Enhanced analytics is our new expertly vetted analytics experience that includes upgraded dashboards across SMS marketing, cashback, SMS sales, and Postscript AI. We've thoughtfully crafted this new analytics experience in partnership with leading Shopify brands in order to deliver SMS first views that meet the unique needs of merchants like you. Enhanced analytics empowers you to visualize and interpret your data so you can identify actionable insights, refine your messaging strategy, and ultimately drive revenue. Our biggest investment in analytics is for our SMS product, SMS marketing product. For brands on the professional or enterprise plans, you'll find a new analytics tab called Trends. Trends houses 5 new marketing dashboards. These new dashboards include views for campaigns, automations, list growth, pop-ups, and subscriber lifetime value. Before we take a closer look at each, I want to call out that Trends is purely additive to our existing analytics suite. So you'll still have access to your messages, reports, subscriber tabs. Okay, let's dive in. The campaign analytics dashboard helps you track the value and return on investment of your SMS program and identify message trends over any period of time. In the automations dashboard, you can broadly or granularly monitor message performance and sort by over 15 KPIs, including revenue per order, ROI, clicks, and more. This next one's a really cool one. We included a subscriber lifetime value or SLTV dashboard, which, as a reminder, this is our proprietary channel-specific measurement focused on long-term customer value. With this dashboard, we're giving you the ability to see deeply into each of the metrics that make up SLTV, which are acquisition rate, revenue per message, messages per subscriber, and retention rate. You can even compare your own results against Postscript benchmarks, which are represented in the orange and green trend lines. Next up, we have pop-up analytics. With this view, you can easily see your engagement, impressions, and conversions so you can understand the effectiveness of your pop-up strategy at any given time. The last dashboard included in the Trends tab is the List Growth dashboard, which makes it easy to track and visualize subscriber opt-ins so you can make data-backed decisions about your list growth strategy. Enhanced Analytics also has 3 new dashboards across our cashback and SMS sales products. For merchants who are taking advantage of our fondue product, we're bringing you 2 new dashboards. First, a gift card dashboard to give you clear insights on your cashback gift card performance. Next, and shown here, we have a dashboard overview, which not only shows you the overall health of your cashback program, but it also includes a new North Star metric called recovered margin. This metric helps you understand how much of your contribution margin you've recovered using cashback instead of using traditional coupons. The new SMS sales dashboard allows you to easily visualize how SMS sales is performing for your business over any period of time. With this dashboard, you can also track your investment and return from SMS sales. Our last dashboard that I'm excited to show you today is for AI Infinity testing. For those on Postscript AI, we've got a jam-packed dashboard with valuable data for you. From EPMs and conversions to displaying the revenue lift AI-generated messages deliver over an inspiration message, this dashboard gives you full confidence in the performance of AI Infinity testing. Okay, let's talk availability. Brands who are on our professional or enterprise plans have access to the Trends tab for SMS marketing today. The performance dashboard is also available today to brands on SMS sales. The 2 new cashback dashboards will be available in all fondue accounts the first full week of October. And the AI Infinity testing dashboard is available today to all brands using Postscript AI. So, as we've demonstrated with Postscript, you get the best product on the market. It only makes sense to pair that with the best SMS strategies to help you win BFCM. With that, I'll hand it over to Allie Davison, our manager of Postscript Plus.
Hey everyone, I'm Allie. I help lead our in-house SMS marketing service agency, where we work with brands and agencies just like yours to make sure you're getting the absolute most from your SMS program. I know we've talked a lot about stuff today, but we're going to get into some fun stuff. BFCM strategy. Priming your list ahead of BFCM isn't a new concept, but for SMS, the reasons why this is important may surprise you. Do your due diligence to engage your list before Black Friday. And we've got a couple example tests right here that you can get inspiration from. Priming your list gives subscribers the opportunity to opt out of your SMS program, which isn't always a bad thing. This strategy cleans your lists and ensures it's reserved for VIP, highly engaged subscribers, so you spend your hard-earned money on texting folks who are excited about hearing from you during Cyber Weekend. And the data validates how important it is to engage your list ahead of Cyber Weekend. During BFCM 2023, we found that the highest ROI campaigns were sent in the few days leading up to Black Friday. These messages had less competition and outperformed messages sent during BFCM by 26% EPMs. I'm sure most of you know that you should never send MMS over Cyber Weekend, but just as a reminder, this strategy will optimize your throughput rate, making sure your messages get delivered as quickly as possible. What's interesting is that our data science team found that MMS outperformed SMS by 56% in the days leading up to BFCM. This is great because you can still send MMS leading to Cyber Weekend to help with priming your list, engaging your subscribers, and cutting through the noise, all while experiencing higher performing messages. Consider sending MMS up to Tuesday, November 26th, but starting November 26th, be sure to only send SMS until Giving Tuesday on December 3rd. If you're not convinced yet, do it for the cookie. Subscribers are automatically cookied when they opt into SMS and every time they come back into your site. This is important because Safari deletes cookies every 7 days, and Chrome deletes cookies every 14 months or until a user clears them themselves. For any cart recovery to fire, the subscriber must be cookied. And the results from these automations are too huge to not cookie your subscribers often. In 2023, we found that on average, for every $1 marketers spent on abandoned cart automations, their brand generated over $1,400 in revenue. Do not miss out on that kind of ROI. These automations print money, and as we mentioned earlier, Infinity testing is driving an average of 20% revenue lift up for cart recovery automations. But you can't see these kind of results until subscribers are cookie first. So consider sending 1 to 2 full list campaigns per month that drive subscribers to a product display page to maximize revenue for your SMS program. These types of campaigns will cookie subscribers, priming your list for BFCM. Now let's talk send times. And keep in mind that all the times I talk about on this slide are in Eastern time. First, a majority of campaigns sent are sent on the hour mark, but EPM and CTR perform better during low volume periods within an hour. So consider sending at off the hour times like 17 or 40 after. Next, peak send times last year were between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m., with the highest volume between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. So sending between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. means that you could be competing with the largest number of messages, and you may experience constrained throughput. Finally, during BFCM 2023, the strongest EPM performance was during the 6 to 8 p.m. window. We have a couple theories on this. This period tends to have lower send volumes, which can help your messages stand out. And secondly, this could also be due to follow-up campaigns targeting those who didn't purchase from earlier in the day. So be sure to send those follow-ups later in the evening. That's a wrap on today's BFCM strategy session. We'll be sharing more proprietary data in those BFCM expert level strategy videos that we're sharing after this. Speaking of those, we mentioned the videos quite a few times today, so let's roll the tape and show those folks the teaser.
Conversational messaging is what gives SMS an edge over every channel out there.
I like to tell my merchants that the best time to start working on list growth is the year before Black Friday. But the second best time is now.
I'm a little bit of an automations aficionado. If subscribers and list growth are the gasoline in your BFCM car, automations and segmentation are the engine.
Using fun conversational campaigns is like having your customers fill out your test answers for you.
I believe in life after BFCM, and you should too. Brands who send 15 to 20% more messages in December than in November were able to match or exceed November's revenue.
We'll walk through some simple, incremental improvements that can help skyrocket your SMS list leading up to Black Friday, Cyber Monday.
I like to focus on these heavily before BFCM because if you set them up correctly, they'll make good money for you and you won't have to lift a finger.
Let's put what we've talked about into practice and create a super high intent segment from a conversational campaign.
Class dismissed. No, actually, we're just getting started.
So fun. Wow. I hope all of you are as fired up as I am. I love this team. I'm so proud of them. Like we mentioned, all registrants, everyone here today, will immediately get access to this expert level BFCM course. Hope you take a look. I think it will absolutely enhance your strategy and your results and help you have the biggest BFCM ever. As we wind down, a couple last things, right? When you pair the best SMS platform with the best SMS strategy, we really feel like you're equipped with the tools to have your best BFCM ever. And so I hope that's exactly what happens for you all this year. So with that, I want to invite Ali and Brian back up on stage and we can do some Q&A. There they are. Hey, team. Nice job, by the way, both of you. Great presentation. Cool. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's see. I think we're going to put these up, but maybe I will just read them. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and read them. So first thing, Brian, you mentioned these on-site opt-in reminders, right? Do you have to do anything extra to set those up? What's that look like?
That's a great question. By default, on-site opt-in reminder is on for all accounts, and generally we encourage customers to leave that on. Just as I mentioned earlier in the presentation, that's where you're going to see the best and highest opt-in rates. So by default, yeah, those are on. You don't have to do anything special.
Awesome. Next question, also for you, I think this is good for you, Brian. Can I still use the current pop-up editor? Talk to us about that. How does it work?
That is a great question. You can absolutely still use the current pop-up editor. We aren't getting rid of it. As I mentioned in the presentation, it does have a few additional features that we are working incredibly quickly to bring over into the new editor. So longer term, we think the new editor is the place that everybody's going to be building their pop-ups and really just love working. In the interim, if you've got a pop-up that's working really well on our current editor, you were using it yesterday and it works great, there's no reason to come over immediately to the new one. Yeah, that's the way it works.
Great. Awesome. Thank you. So, this is a question, and you know what? We should probably hit it. I maybe jumped ahead a little. Brian, talk to us. What is on-site opt-in? Right? Let's make sure everyone on this webinar knows and understands it.
That's a great question and a great piece of feedback. We'll start level setting next time in that area. So on-site opt-in is our new patented way to compliantly bring gain new subscribers in your SMS account. And the way it works is somebody decides they want to sign up. They give you your phone number. We send a code. And this is really similar to like if you've done any sort of two-factor authentication or anything else, we send a code to their phone number via text. They take that code, they put it in the website, and then they're opted in. And the thing that's really great about on-site opt-in is people never leave the site. So we're seeing you get higher conversion, or excuse me, you get higher conversion on your subscriber list, but you also generally get higher conversion rates when people are shopping because they don't leave the site at all. They don't have to go to different devices or anything else. It's all right there.
I love on-site opt-in as an invention. I'm so bullish on it. And I mean, Brian, you said it well, right? What's e-commerce one-on-one? Removing friction to buy, removing friction to conversion. You want to keep people on site. It's super important. Okay, we're getting more and more questions around pop-ups. So, Brian, the new builder, let's talk about custom fonts. Are they still done via SMS, via CSS? How does that work?
Yeah. So custom fonts are something that we know custom fonts are super important to our customers. That's actually a big piece of feedback that we got with our older editor. The way to bring those custom fonts in with our old editor was to do some custom CSS trickery. We are bringing custom fonts to the new editor, and that will be, we're making that process really, really seamless over the next few weeks to do that.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay, and looks like we have some visuals now. I love it. Cool. So next question, I'll take this one. Can you go over what features are available to whom? Absolutely. So I'll grab this. So like Brian mentioned, the new pop-up editor, it's available for all shops, right? Make sure when you set it up, you turn off any currently running legacy pop-ups that you have, of course. Enhanced analytics, that's available for all shops on the Pro or Enterprise plans. So if that's you, go check it out today. If you're a customer on our growth or starter plans, reach out to us, see what it'll take to get you onto one of those plans where enhanced analytics is available. And lastly, Infinity testing for campaigns. Super excited about it. So Infinity testing for campaigns is in closed beta, which means it's currently waitlist. To get access, you'll need to be on Infinity testing for abandoned automations. If you have a CSM, the majority of those shops are eligible, but check in with your account team and they will help you out. Okay, next question on Infinity testing. What is the minimum list size you can use on Infinity testing for campaigns? It's a great question. So we're still so early, right, that it hasn't been determined yet. Our goal, of course, is to make this available to as many shops as possible, right? We want to get that minimum list size down. And so we're experimenting, we're working with this, and the goal is to make Infinity testing available to as many Postscript customers as we can, no matter the size. Okay. This question, Ali, I'll toss this to you. Do you have more data on when I should or shouldn't be sending during BFCM?
Yeah, and I saw Courtney also had a question about delivery times. We have so much data coming your way with BFCM content. Reach out to your CSM or your Plus strategist. They're going to be stacked and loaded with delivery times, the best content to send, how to send it, who to send it to, and the strategy videos. Another plug. All of you guys have access to those watching this, so be sure to check it out. I think there's 5, and they cover all different parts of the Postscript app.
Yep, I agree. I echo that. It's really worth your time. Cool. Well, look, folks, we love to end early around here. So that's our time. We're going to call it. If we didn't get to your question live today, no worries. We're consolidating all of them. We'll make sure you get an answer from us. In general, thank you so much for joining. Ali and Brian, thanks for presenting. We hope you all have the best BFCM ever. We hope you're excited about these new features, and you will be hearing from us soon about even more new stuff. Take care.